let us see. Got some gloves. Let me do that. Alright. My phone is in my pocket.
Do I get to find your phone in your pocket?
Get to find my phone in my pocket. There we go. Clean the probes. Alright, are we live?
We are live.
Alright, good afternoon, goeiemiddag. Is my mic on?
Yes.
Alright, it's on.
And so is mine.
Everything is working.
Yes.
We are not... Did I plug the cable out of my computer?
I'll go check.
Just check and make sure that it is on
the right
actual
server.
Right network, so we make sure we got signal. I hope my bread rolls proof up fast enough. I hope everything is going to work out all right. I don't have a huge amount of work today to do, so we're going to do some hamburgers. So I've been thinking about making hamburgers, and I've got a spice that I use for a rub that I made, and I've been wanting to put that in a burger. It's got a little bit of honey granules in here. But I think it'll be very good. So it's just to get the ratios right. So I'm going to try one today, and we'll see what happens. I've got some ground beef that I ground myself that we're going to use, and I'm going to cut some onions, and we're going to try and attempt to cook them on a fire, or kind of brown them on the fire. I want to see if I can make a bit of a tangy mayo.
Sorry, you were correct. It was plugged in.
Oh, okay. Is it
so
on
we
the...
had a little blip.
Okay, is it on the...
I'm working to get it swapped over, and...
You should be able to just pick the Wi-Fi.
Let me see.
That it should go on. Okay, you come and talk nonsense to the people. Let me go see.
Okay.
You go talk nonsense to the people. I'll go see. Give me 1 second. Let me see.
Hey everyone. It looks like Anton's already said hello to a couple of people, or
yeah,
Jody, shall I say, to get the day started. Hey Jody, Femboy, Cult Gaming, and Dave, good to see you all. Glad you're in with us today.
Oh, it's all good.
I thought so.
Yeah, it's all good.
I did what I knew.
It's all good, yeah.
I don't know how to do much, but sometimes I follow directions.
All right, so before, again, good afternoon, goeiemiddag to everybody. So before we kick off, I was thinking a little bit about the biltong soup that I made Friday. And you could probably halve that recipe that I made if you want to make a little portion. And I was thinking that if you take 1 potato mashed, so you still blend your mushrooms, you can do a little bit of onions, carrots, and celery as a base if you want, and blend that up with the mushrooms. But what I would do is I would probably do the onions, celery, and carrot, and then blend that first and make sure that's a pulp, and then do the mushrooms, and take a third to a quarter of that and blend it and make it a pulp with the rest, and then put that in with a potato. That would be a very good soup. But I don't eat starch, so I can't do that, but for advice.
By the way, don't half the recipe. You're going to want it all.
Yeah, that thing didn't last, man. My kids just
did not. Like, it was so good.
That up. It was very good. And I can't remember who asked cutting the biltong. You can do that. I liked it whole, but I can see if you cut the strips in like thirds,
more bite
probably
size.
Yeah, probably better in a soup. That would work well as well. Either or, it would be good, but cutting might be better for people who are not used to the biltong texture. So that's the one thing. And then what is that?
Sorry, Bright Can News is on, so we have all the Canadians so far.
All right.
And I know you said hi to Jody, but I was rattling off. We've got Femboy, Dave, and of course Jody, Cult Gaming. And it looks like they say, is it Sailor Moon cosplay day? I don't know why they would say that. I like my hair, thank you.
Yes. It's like what's that? Leia, but upright. It's like when Leia gets anxious. Anyway.
Okay, that's one way to look at it.
So today I'm gonna attempt to do hamburgers. So I've got some bread. I baked. I made the dough. I've got it sitting here on the oven. I'm trying to get it some heat so it would proof up. Hopefully that'll proof fast enough so I can bake it off. within the time frame we have. I'm going to chop some onion. Well, not chop. So I'm not going to put any onion in the patty. The patty is just going to be meat and spice. I'm not even going to put an egg in. I want to try and do this without any egg, any bread, anything like that. Just the meat and the spices. So we're going to see how that works. I'm going to chop this nice thick, and I'm going to put that on the fire as well. And hopefully, if I can bake these guys off, I can at least toast one on the fire. But it's going to be very fresh. So we'll see how that works.
Hey, Dave is in as
Hey,
well.
Dave, how you, man?
See, I say it. He didn't say it. Hey, is that how you say it?
Yes. So
Ho. Sorry, I'm saying that wrong.
let me get the meat.
Ho, Dave.
So I
That's
have
a lot, Dave.
So I have a beef chuck ground. So I ground this double, which I don't really do normally, but I did grind a double. There's about 1.5 kilos, which is about 3 pounds here. I'm only going to use half, or I'm only going to use 1 pound, so like a half a kilo. All right, so I'm going to do that. So let me get that out. All right, so I'm going to do that half a kilo.
Maybe that's my problem, Dave. I'm not a tequila drinker.
Yeah.
Some think it's from tequila.
What the hair?
The name, honey. The name.
Oh, haha. All right. All right, so I'm going to do half.
You want me to put that away?
Yeah, the bowl's a little big, but it'll work. So I'm going to do this.
In here?
Yeah, you could just pop it in the top there next to the tomato.
Understood.
All right, and then what I'm thinking is I'm thinking of doing a slightly spiced mayo. So I'm going to take the mayo we got. I'm going to add some salt, pepper, a little bit of herbs, some red chili and paprika.
Nice.
And mix that in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take... like I said, we've got this spice. It's called a braai rub. So we've got this spice. And we normally use this for rub on meats. So like if you're going to smoke something. But I've been wanting to put this in a hamburger patty for I don't know how long, just to try it.
So you don't only have to rub your meat.
No, you don't just have to rub your meat. So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons or 10 grams of spice. I just want to see how that looks. I suspect we're going to have to go to 15. All right, so I'm not even putting diced onion in here. I'm going to do 10. No, I'm going to do 15. So that's what I thought. 15 grams, so 3 teaspoons of this braai rub in the patties. All right, I think that'll be good. There we go.
So Femboy asked if you're only making 1 cheeseburger with the 1 pound of meat.
1 cheeseburger. Yes, we're going to. What do they call them nowadays when they can't make proper patties? Smash burgers, apparently.
Yes. Yes.
All right, so we're gonna mix this in nicely.
And Jody asks, or says, sorry, it will hold together fine. We put sweet bell peppers, onion, and garlic with some Creole seasoning in our burger.
So this burger, yeah, this is gonna hold together nicely. Oh, see, I've got another 2 pounds of meat. So if this is not enough, I will definitely put more. But I want to salt this on the grill, and I want to baste it with some butter while it's grilling. So I've got the 15 grams of spice in here of the braai rub. So I don't want to overdo it, but I'll do some black pepper and some. I'll do some black pepper and I'll do some salt on this with some butter basting. So let's just get this. Yeah, this looks good because you know we don't do the hamburger patty thing much really. That's not a. We do steaks, we do chicken and other stuff. So I'm not that familiar with this. So everybody's like put eggs and breadcrumbs, and I'm like, nope, I don't want to do that.
I was gonna say Jody's already asked you. There you go.
No eggs, no breadcrumbs, just meat. And I mean that thing's holding together real good. But this is beef. So what I've done here is I've taken beef shoulder and I've ground it down and I've added. What is that? What are we at? I would say on top of this, I've added about another 10% of fat. So we probably had a 25, like a 75-25 on this guy.
You guys should watch him grind the meat. It is fascinating. I don't know how he does the mixtures, but I just watch and it pops out so pretty.
All right, so I think we're gonna make these. Let's see. Let me see.
You guys are terrible. This is a food channel, not a interesting channel like I see in chat at the moment.
Oh, we back to that again. Oh, YouTube gonna ban us.
No. This is all on Rumble chat, which is the place to be if you would like to say such raunchy things.
All right. So I guess, I mean, I want to make them bigger, but I guess 3.5 ounces.
Sorry, I'm being summoned. I will be right back.
All right, no
The
problem.
monkeys need some
Yeah.
help.
3.5, 125, 250. So maybe we do third pound. Maybe we do third pound, and I'll make another set. And I'll make 6 of them. Make 6 of them. So I'm gonna change my gloves real quick, and I wanna. So what I'm gonna do, because I don't want these things to get stuck anywhere. All right. So I've got some wax paper here. This is just like the wax paper you buy in the boxes. So in bulk. So I'm gonna just cut that, and I'm going to cut it again. All right, and then.
Oh, you're showing them our trick.
Yeah, you can buy the sheets of ready-made patty, but I'm thinking, we've got this wax paper. I've got a box of that somewhere. I don't want to go dig it out. So you just grab this wax paper, all right, and then I'm thinking third pound. So I'll probably take another half pound there and mix it quickly as well. I just
I'll
want
grab
to
it
see,
for you.
yeah, I haven't really played with this much.
For our online people, I've
Yeah.
got the meat.
Yeah, you got the meat. That's right. Not got the meat, holding the meat.
Not rubbing the meat or slapping the meat. I was holding the meat.
All right, so let's do 40. I'll probably have to reduce that one a little. So let's see.
I did not, Jody. I behaved myself. I started it, apparently.
Ah, you see, there we go.
Anton would agree with you.
Let me see quick.
Break can news. I like this statement. Good meat is like good people. They stick together.
Yep.
That's very awesome. Yes. And of course, Cult Gaming mentions that proper fat content is essential to a proper burger.
Correct. All right, so we're at 5 ounces, I guess.
I'll be right back.
Okay. 5 ounces. Let me see. You're gonna have to carry it from the freezer, unfortunately. Let me see. I guess we're gonna work out.
Don't
I'm
worry.
trying to, the conversions here, man. They are killing me.
Metric
So,
Imperial.
yeah,
Metric
I'm trying
Imperial.
to work this out in ounces, and I'm breaking my brain here. So this will be about 5.5 ounces, I guess. All right. So what I'm gonna do is I've got a little shape, like a little cookie cutter here. This is what 2.5 inch. No, this is like 4 inches. So I'm going to just press it in there. All right, so we can get a nice looking patty out of that. I prefer them a little thicker.
Didn't somebody ask about your vorst the other day?
Oh, I made
Can I show 'em?
yesterday. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I made yesterday, and of course it has to stand, just kind of rest a day.
This is our
Before we
beef
package it.
in lamb. So it is all beef in lamb casing. It winds up as a thinner sausage than our traditional. Very good though.
All right. So
Right
we're gonna
amount of fat too.
pop these in here. All right. And then I'll make another one of those.
I was just starting to learn the prices too.
All right. So I just take the kind
you.
of bowl and you just squeeze it in here. Just if you want to get fancy, I guess you can oil this thing. Make sure it doesn't get stuck. There we go. All right. 1, 2, 3. And then another half a kilo. So, I mean, you can work on a half pound, that's 450, or a pound, 450 grams. I'm working on a half kilo, which is just over. There we go. All right. Would you mind if you can just put
Yep.
that back for me,
Yep.
or you can put a new cover
put-
on it as
yeah.
well if you want.
Put more
And then I'm going to
cellophane.
need a hand here when you're done with that.
Okay.
I'm
Gloved
just gonna
hand
need-
or
No. I just want the spices, 15 grams, so I can get that in there. All right, there we go. And then I've got some sausage, so I thought while I'm making a fire and while I'm going to cook this stuff, the patties, I might as well get some sausage as well. As soon as you're done with that,
Yep.
put
What
that in here,
spices
and then
are
I've
you
got to
after?
go light the fire because I haven't done that.
What spices are you after?
The briar rub, just
Briar rub?
15 grams in here,
Okay.
please.
That side or
Yeah.
other side?
Yeah, that side's fine. 15 grams. So up to
I had 16. I know.
Yeah. There we go. All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, let's mix this guy in quickly, and then I've got to go get that fire going. Otherwise, we're not going to cook nothing. But I don't want to start it too early because every time I start it early, it burns out.
So Breakhand News said he just finished teaching advanced macroeconomics. So time for a beer.
Oh,
I don't
goody.
blame you.
Yeah, advanced macroeconomics.
No, thank you. Yes.
I kept that one side so I can slice the bread, but it's all under my bowl.
Jody mentions preferring 80-20.
Yes. So what I've done is, the beef shoulder is supposed to be about 80-20, but they trim it. So I'm assuming 80-20, and then I put some extra fat. So I guess we had a 20-25. I can't tell you exact, but it's about 20-25. So we right in that ballpark. Might be a 82, meat. Like a 73. 77-23 fat. Like it's probably just between 75 and 80. Would you mind cutting me another 4 of those?
Not at all. Harry Toe asks if the sausage is for sale on our website. It
No.
is on one, mentioned on one website, sorry, but it is not actually listed for sale because I like to have a conversation with people about shipping with frozen goods prior to getting it out, and that's on the Anton's USA website. But of course, that's not our sponsor. Anton, who's our sponsor?
Our sponsor is BiltonguSA.com, Anton's Land of Biltong, where you can find all our awesome biltong.
Yes, eat more biltong. Don't forget S.T.F. 10 for 10% off of your biltong purchases.
Correct.
And if you have a hankering for something more frequently, check out the subscriptions. We have all kinds of options under, I want to say, all of the sliced biltong.
Slab, slice,
Slab,
and
slice.
peri peri and ghost.
Okay, peri peri and
Not ghost, peri peri.
up to peri peri.
Yes.
Okay. The subscriptions, though, they can either be weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. The savings are killer, so definitely check it out.
All right, there we go.
You all know we like our meat, so we highly suggest everybody consider that for your diet. Especially being a new year, you can tackle your health.
Yeah.
And we've got a couple more who have popped in. Nura just came in to remind everybody to hit the like button. Thank you, Nura. I appreciate that. And I did see Harry Toe, who was asking about the sausage. You want me to move it for you?
Yeah, move
Yeah.
this over and then
Okay.
you go to the side because me and you working across each other is not working.
No, I like you having to stretch over me. Sorry, you guys are going to take that the wrong way. I already know. I'll move over.
There we go. Yeah, that's fine. Thank you.
In other words, I was in the way.
No, that's not what I said. I just said I needed more space.
All the space.
I need all the space. No, it's just this is messy and I don't want to get it,
It is.
everywhere.
It is very messy. Let me turn you that way.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now, can I be closer?
Yeah. I
So
thought
is-
you were going to put your phones
that
on the
okay?
side.
No, I will lean over to
Oh,
protect
okay.
it.
All right. No problem.
There's not enough room here.
Yes. That's why I put that straight.
I know. It's
That's
okay.
okay.
It's okay.
All right. So there we go. And those I'm just going to slap on the fire like that. There we go. Last one. All right. Then I'm going to run quickly. I'm going to put that fire on. Put some
And you will
charcoal
be
on
able
that.
to see Anton with the fire. I don't know if you've noticed in the top left corner of your screen, we've got our grill cam running already.
Yes.
Dave
I've not
mentions he
started
likes
that
a
yet.
50-50 mix of smoked sirloin with smoked pork belly. That is one way to go.
For patties, I guess. I mean, I always think about the people that try and avoid pork, and also I find pork is a little actually a little leaner than the beef, so I like the beef. All right, that is dirty.
Is there a builtoncanada.com?
No, there is not, because we're not allowed to export the meat, so unless we manufacture in Canada.
Ah.
Yes, we
So we
can't
would need
export.
somebody who is there to manufacture in Canada.
Yes,
Okay.
under license. Give me a second.
That's
I'll
a
be
little
right back.
more complicated than we are currently. So Anton's running away, so I'm sure he will not be interjecting in chat momentarily. But yes, Nero's got it out there. BuiltOnUSA.com, STF10 for 10% off. So I know you guys probably heard we had some awesome snow here in Texas, and I think most of the South did. Ours is all gone. Go figure. It's already heated up too much and melted everything.
Give me 1 second. Sorry, I need to lean across here.
Oh,
Sorry
you need to
about
clean
that.
your probe.
Yes, something like that.
He grabbed some alcohol swabs. So that's normally what he uses, obviously, to clean his probe. That is a temperature probe, I mean. So what is this? Oh, okay. On the Executive Order 13818. Interesting. I didn't know that. Thank you for the news, Bright Can News. You are full of information. I like it. And Femboy, I agree with you. Regulation everywhere is not exactly fun. So there's reason we are planning to get into the county. The cities are interesting and or difficult, but that's government no matter where you are, unfortunately. Government does interject in everything. I know every state's a little different, so we've learned what Texas specifically requires, and we're monitoring that closely. We've got the state already works with us as far as what we're doing with our meats, so that's all good. We've met the meat investigator multiple times. He comes and checks us out, and we've been in talks to figure next steps out if we want to do more. But as of right now, we really like dealing directly with public with our website, so I am very happy to continue that. And you'll see if you've checked out Anton's USA where the sausage is, that the websites are very different for products. We've got a lot more grocery items, and that is including the chutney, which Femboy has been enjoying the last little bit. Hopefully we can have some more chutney out in this new year. We do plan to get back to some of our sauces. The rye sauce, I don't know if you guys, I don't think we've mentioned it to you all. It's very much like a barbecue sauce. It's very good. So rye sauce he wants to get back into. And then the tomato onion relish, which Anton's made on the range a few times when he makes the pop. Or I think it was the meatballs he made the tomato onion relish with as well on our meatball episode. That's really good. So he hopes to get back to that too. That is terrible, Bright Can News. Throwing out half of anything is not good. Speaking of, do you guys have a lot of raw milk options in Canada, or is that not as prevalent as it is here in the States? Because I know as long as you're in farms, farming communities, pretty much right outside of the cities, then you're okay to get to the raw milk options. As long as it, once again, direct to consumer. So I don't think Anton's shown you these patties. I'm going to get you a closer look. This is what they wound up as. Like he mentioned, they are 4 inches, I think, diameter, so not too bad. You go to your butcher to get raw milk. Interesting. I wish we had that option to sell it. We were just talking about that with one of our customers. We be very happy to be in the county and have more options for that. A little more accessible for us. I'm not going to lie, with our lifestyle and our business, getting out of the business is not always the easiest thing for us to do. So it makes life a little interesting, to say the least. Okay, now that is interesting. Throw out the milk because selling the actual production would price below price-controlled margins. They're required by law to have artificial scarcity. That's so sad. Anything you do, yes. You can get raw milk in Canada if you're a dairy farmer or Amish. Okay, fair enough. Yes. I agree with you, Bright Can News. Gotta have an exit strategy in business too. You are spot on with that. I'm glad to hear you've got some raw milk options. That's phenomenal. It's very good stuff.
I'm gonna stick those in the fridge. Sorry, I was thinking about it. I should put these in the fridge.
I showed them off for you.
Oh,
they look
good.
nice.
Yeah, they look very nice. Fridge is a little full.
With our, what did you guys say? $100 of eggs?
Yes. Just from what I read, they say stick it in the fridge for a little bit. We'll clean that a little later. Let me wash my hands just real quick.
Probably stiffens it up.
Exactly. Which you would think it's the exact opposite, but you know.
Not necessarily. Fat congeals when cold.
Oh, I thought you meant, stiffens the meat up. Normally heat that does that. Anyway.
Entertaining much? That was not me. That was him.
Well, I thought, so I missed the middle part of the conversation. I'm still stuck on 5 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago before I lit the fire, so I'm late to the party.
I was talking about raw milk.
Oh, yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Raw milk, I can't wait till we get out into the county where we actually got access to stuff like that. I'm not going to worry about that guy. So I'm going to see if I can make a bit of a spicy, not a spicy, just a flavorful mayo. And you want to grab that mayo in the fridge for me, please? So I'm going to take maybe like 50 grams of mayo.
There's two.
Yeah, that's okay. The one was...
right side up and upside down.
Yeah, so the upside down one is just because it's almost empty, so I don't want to run out. So I'm going to take like 100 grams, which is like 3.5 ounces. This is obviously for the kids because we don't eat it.
Bright Can News, $100 of eggs in the fridge. But hey, let's make an egg-free burger.
Now I'm gonna fry an egg and put it on top.
Yes.
That's the plan.
Now the question is, how do you like your egg? Because there's only one way.
Yes. So I'm gonna do just a little bit, like a 1/2 teaspoon of salt, like 2 grams. I'm gonna do a 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. Actually, just like a 1/2 teaspoon, maybe a pinch. What I want, and unfortunately, I've only got huge tubs of these.
The paprika?
Yep.
Have you told them about the special paprika?
Well, so I've got a paprika. It is a sweet smoked paprika. And it is absolutely awesome.
It's phenomenal. The smell alone, you'll know why.
All right, so we do about a half.
Here.
Maybe a 1/4 teaspoon.
With the lid.
Whew.
I got it.
That's good stuff.
Okay. It's tight.
Yeah, I don't want it to fall. Fall out of the... I'm going to do this. This is not going to impress the kids, but I have to do a little bit.
Jody says it. Over easy is the best on a burger.
Pinch.
Over easy for Femboy too. I like it.
Yeah. So we'll do that.
And Bright Can News says I like my eggs with onion.
Would you get me a teaspoon, please? I'm going to mix this up. So I got a very small pinch of red pepper. And I don't have a little spatula, man. My white spatulas are... Wait, there's one in the dishwasher. I washed it. So that should be good. And then right in front.
I see.
Yes. And then if you can bring me another little bowl and one of those brushes. Let's see how we're going here. All right, this is getting there slowly but surely. This must just not fall. If it falls, the buns are gone. All right, thank you.
Is that everything?
Yeah, I think so. I'm going to take some butter here. All right, for basting on them burgers. Now I want to mix this up.
When I see a clump of butter like this, I want garlic on it.
Yeah, let me see. I almost thought of mixing garlic into it, but the spices got garlic already.
No, the kids wouldn't be a fan of it. I already know.
So I've got some red pepper. I might actually eat some of this mayo. Look at that.
That looks beautiful.
So I've got some
Why can't we? Oh,
seed oils. And,
little bit.
Yeah, a little bit on
Little
the burger.
bit.
But we no buns for us. So the kids are going to have
No
fun with the buns. So I got like a probably a half teaspoon of salt, a quarter teaspoon of pepper, quarter teaspoon of paprika, and a pinch of red pepper flakes. And I'm just mixing that together. So a little spicy mayo. You can see that. Is that visible?
Yeah.
All right, there we go. So I'm just going to use that on the burgers. I'm going to leave the butter here so it can, this range plate I just switched on, so it's going to work on that a little bit, melt it up. And then I've got sausage. That's going to go on with the burgers. We just fry that or grill that up just as a side as well. Yeah, I think these guys are getting there. I think we should be able, because it's like 15 minutes to bake these. I've got other bread there as well. So we'll stick all the breads in. Give me 1 second. I just want to go check the fire so we're not burning down the place.
Okay.
You wanted to say, is there someone I must talk
No,
to
I was
first?
just going to say that hi to Polish Dog 989.
Hey,
Thanks for
Polish.
joining.
Yeah,
And,
welcome in.
The conversation around the eggs are a little entertaining.
Oh, okay, goody goody. Are we back on that subject again?
Well, this is the only channel
All right, well, there we go. So I'm going to cut the onions a little thicker. I don't know if my kids are going to enjoy them, but I'm going to cut them a little thicker because I want to put them on the grill.
So there you go. I think it was Bright Can News who asked about the onion.
Yeah, I'm gonna put that on the grill. I just want to grill the onion, but I got to keep it whole and big. I'm gonna see what that's like. So I'm gonna try and, I mean, for me, I prefer caramelizing it in a pan and putting it on. But I want to try something different. Let's see how it comes out, you know?
Yes.
All right, there we go.
And Bright Can News asks if you make peri peri mayo at all.
I can put some peri peri in that. And then we'll have peri peri mayo. So I can put some, I've got peri peri spice. But, you know, the kids also got to eat it. So they, funny enough, not a big fan of the peri peri. They'll eat it on the chicken if it's very mild.
Yes.
But otherwise, they're not big fans.
Something about the heat and young children, they're not the biggest fans of
Yeah,
either.
my oldest daughter will eat it, but nobody else. Let me see. That's nice. But it's good mayo. Yeah, it's good mayo. But also color, you know, the color does help with the, you know, the taste, because it looks pretty, so it tastes better.
Yes, you eat with your eyes, from what I hear.
Apparently. So just for info, this is what I put in. I have no idea how this is going to taste. This is the first dry run on these things. So let me go check the.
I see lots of smoke.
Yes,
check that
yes,
fire.
yes. Let me go check the fire.
While he runs away, I'll say hi to Slidey Pie. Welcome in. Glad to have you with us today. And I'm so sorry I missed your message last time. Thank you for the comment of our sweet boy on Friday. I agree with you. It's definitely a cute one. The onions, are they frozen? No. He's very particular about how he cuts. Anton, I'm not going to lie, he's taught me a lot about knife yielding, shall I say, in the kitchen since we've started this business. So back in 2018, I think it was, he did a food manager's class, and they taught him a lot of neat tricks. And he did a lot of self-studying for techniques just to make him more productive and efficient, shall I say. So we've learned a lot with that. You know, Bright Can News. So to your comment there, Anton was just telling me that about 10% of young girls are on that lovely website in which you mentioned. That is scary to me. So young girls, let's identify that term a little bit, 24 and under. I'd call that young. That's scary. I would not have guessed that. So no, thank you. I will keep phones and internet as far away from my children as possible.
Agreed. So I didn't get the rabbit food for the burger.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, wait. No, we don't eat greens. Guess how I eat my lettuce? Through my cow.
Yep. So I didn't get the rabbit food for the burger. I got the onions. I got the tomato. And I don't know if anybody knows how lettuce ended up being like a thing.
You need to tell them.
All right. So in France, long time ago, there were these two chefs, and they had a debate on who is the best chef and can cook the weirdest food for anyone, and the people will consume it without argument. So they were having this debate. So the one chef, very annoyed, stormed outside and grabbed some snails and dragged them back inside and said, "I'm going to cook this in garlic butter, and I'm going to put it in a little fancy bowl, and I'm going to call it escargot, and people are going to go crazy about it." And he did that and sent it out into the dining room, and everybody was going mad about this escargot stuff, basically snails. So the other chef stormed outside and came in with some lettuce and said, "That's nothing, I'm going to make a salad out of their food." So, lettuce.
As our one cat says, Yania.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's where lettuce comes from, in my opinion.
Hang on, I totally missed Sign of Jonah. I'm so sorry.
Hey, Jonah,
welcome in. Happy Sunday to you. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, there we go. So hopefully...
He's got a better statement for you. A Catholic and a Jewish chef walk in a bar.
Yes. I'm going to put this back down here.
Escargot, I've never had it, Finboy. I don't think so. I'll leave the bugs for you.
Yeah.
You enjoy.
I mean, snails are not bad. It's like a staple where I'm from in South Africa. But, I mean, it's okay. If it is not in a garlic sauce, we do like a creamy garlic, which is better. But if it's not in a garlic sauce, you can take it or leave it.
Same with me on oysters. Another thing.
Yeah,
no,
oysters I'm not a fan of. Man, I must admit, I'm not a fan.
I had a lot of those growing up, and no, it's like you with crawfish.
Yeah.
Anton doesn't like mud bugs.
Yeah, I'm not a mud bug guy. So let's see. So we got that ready. We got that ready. The fire's almost ready. The bread, of course, is lagging because it has to.
I can't see it.
See.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll poof up in the oven, but I still want to get them a little higher before we...
it's probably just time. It's been a while.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they've been sitting out for 45 minutes, so, you know, it's been actually almost 45 to an hour they've been out. So, I mean, they near...
Okay.
They'll get there.
Is garlic butter traditional here with fresh baked bread?
Yes. Garlic butter is good with fresh baked bread. You can also put the garlic butter inside the bread, bake it in a foil, put some cheese. That's real good.
I do not know what that is. Bright Can News. Anton, you want to try that pronunciation?
Escargot. L'escargot, yes. And all bread.
Yeah.
Well, it's probably a brochet, like a brochet bread.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what we do. So what we do in South Africa actually is a lot more boring than that. You do the snails, and then they take brown bread actually, and they cut the crust off. And you cut it in fingers, and you dip the fingers in the cavities where the snails were with the sauce, and you mop it up. The next day, no one comes near you, man, because you smell just garlic. But
maybe that's why it fends off the vampires. Now I know.
All right, I'm going to check
smell.
that fire again.
No, I love garlic, but that was actually something I could not eat with this last kid. I chuckled to myself. We have cabanossi. And our cabanossi does have garlic in it. So whenever I smelt that, it did not sit well with me. Anton even has if I can find it, oak smoked garlic pepper salt. This stuff's very nice for those lovely eggs we were talking about before. He's used it on a few different things, eggs specifically. But man, that one, when I was pregnant, I couldn't be near the garlic. That was pretty sad. So I'm glad to be able to have garlic again after kid. So wheat or rye, Jody? I'll definitely let Anton answer that question when he comes back. And Polish Dog, you're right. He does love Weber grills. Biggest thing that we like about the Weber is if he closes the Weber, then the heat goes everywhere, so it does cook the food all over, so that's very helpful with the grilling itself. And the Webers are fun because he can do the side fires too whenever he's using them, so he's got a lot of different options up for them.
Indirect.
Polish Dog was admiring your Weber grill.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, indirect fire, that for chicken and stuff, very good.
Yes.
All right,
I would say we're about spoiled on that one. I can't have a few of our roast any other way.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
Take some oil. I just want to put a little bit of oil on these
He
guys.
has 14 different Webers.
Yes, there's a lot of different
No.
ones.
He has.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
All right.
What do you do with all of those girls? So I'm not the one with the most meat anymore. I think Polish Dog, you may win.
So we've got, what's those things? The Kamato. So I'm thinking about getting myself one of those because we've got a
Yes.
couple in the store for a mate of mine. So I'm thinking of maybe I'm going to keep this as well.
Okay.
And
And that is
Yes.
olive oil, just for anybody who doesn't
yeah,
know.
this is olive oil. Just lube up the patties a little bit, and then
If you didn't know.
yeah, I just want to get this butter. It's a little harder to baste the burgers with if it's not runny.
Sorry, Jody did ask wheat or rye. I'm assuming on the breads you were talking about for South Africa.
Oh
But-
no! So brown bread is like a almost like a whole wheat. It's not rye. It's just whole wheat, more closer to whole wheat. So it's not as finely ground. It's not something you see in the US. Like I've never seen it anywhere except in South Africa. But we call it brown bread. That's the kind of less processed, cheaper, quote unquote, breads. That's what we use. That and I mean, or you get a bread roll or whatever. But traditionally, it's with like a brown bread that you cut.
Yeah.
Cut like in fingers.
And Marcus has stepped in. Thank you for your presence. We appreciate you
Oh,
joining us
howdy,
today.
Marcus.
Anton's making us some burgers. You
Yeah.
want to run through what's in the burgers?
All right, so yeah, so I used a half kilo of meat. So total 6 patties. I used 1 kilogram, which is like 1.2 pounds of meat. We got a spice in store that we've made called a braai rub, which is like a rub for like barbecue grilling or whatever. And I've been wanting to put this in a patty. So what I've done is I've done about 3 teaspoons, 15 grams per half pound, half kilo. Half kilo, so just over a pound. I've just mixed that in. No egg, no bread rolls, no anything, and I've made the patties. And I'm going to just salt and pepper them, and then baste them with some butter on the grill. I'm going to put the onions, which I've got here. Let me put them in there as well. I'm going to put them on the grill as well, and brown them up and see how that works. I don't know. I'll probably have to grab one of these spatulas.
That is a very good idea. Yes.
Yeah, keep that together with that. And I'll take some tongs with me. And I've got some bread that I'm waiting for to proof up. It's getting there slowly but surely. And then this will go in the oven when I go out to grill. And that'll take, I think the bread rolls is like 10 minutes. They'll be ready in the oven. And then the patties as soon as they're done. But we are almost ready to cook them. And I've just got some sausage. I'll see how much space is left on the grill. I'll put some sausage around it just so the sausage can also cook.
Yes.
That's what I need the spatula for, or the tongs for.
Tongs.
So I'm going to, let me stick this
Yeah.
thing in here. And then I'm going to get a tongs over here. And I want to make sure that the grill is not too hot and not too cold, and that we don't burn anything, but we cook everything properly, and all those nice things we got to do.
There's a reason I'm not the one running the grill. I will say there was a short period where Anton ran away from me for a bit. How long were you gone? 6 weeks?
Yeah, like
Roughly.
6 weeks.
I taught myself how to figure out that grill because I missed him cooking on it. So I did figure it out for that time frame, and then he came back, and I don't know how my food was magically made again.
Yes. So I'm going to chop the onion, the tomato. So we might as well, ooh, it's not pretty. There we go.
Okay, Jody, that's bad. Don't say that. No, don't make that a thing.
What's that?
Don't make that a thing.
Yeah, that's no good.
Look. Polish dog's jumping in. Stop. That's not nice.
All right, so here we go.
Marcus,
some of our kids don't eat tomatoes, so
Yes.
I'm going to do just 4. That's enough. And then we'll do an egg once we're done with that. I've got a probe outside, so I'll probe the meat with that. Let me see. So maybe I go.
You wanna go?
Yeah, let me go put this on. Let me go check the grill one more time, and
Okay.
then I'll put it on. And once this is on and covered, then I'll come and check these guys out. These guys, I think, are going to proof up if I put them in the oven. I think they've
Probably.
got enough space on them.
Yes. Yeah, the bread is interesting to watch Anton work. I can't remember who it was. Maybe it was you, Jody, who mentioned the rye bread is slow to rise. It actually did work. I think it was Christmas Day. He made some rye bread, and he waited until the next day to oven bake it, and it did rise decently. That was really nice, actually. It's really good. I saw your spelling, Jody. Still, no, that's terrible. Okay, we behave ourselves on here. someone steals it. No one's gonna steal the grill. I hope. You know, this area has gone down a little bit since we've moved in, but it's not terrible. We are not in the Dallas side of the Metroplex, thankfully. I chuckle. When I first met Anton, he was not as familiar with Dallas-Fort Worth, and I had to explain to him that the cities are very different. For anyone who's in the area or who has heard of DFW, of course, it's Dallas is not the nicest. It's very congested in the downtown region, which is good for businesses, not so good if you are a young lady, so I stayed out of there. And then the Fort Worth side would be the very laid-back side of the Metroplex. Now, what I've learned is, policy-wise, they're not very different, so move out of the Metroplex is what I've decided in the end, which is kind of funny. I grew up, though, right in the middle in Arlington. Yes, and Polish Dog, you're right. They won't steal the grill when it's hot. Nobody's going to take it.
Oh,
I don't think
also,
they can move it.
Yeah, no,
It's
we don't really.
It's
have
gone
a lot
down a little bit, but it's not bad. That's where the chat about Dallas and Fort Worth
Yes,
came from.
yeah.
We're
It's
not
so
Dallas.
bad. It's not too crazy. So what I wanted to mention about the bread. So, I don't know. Yeah, they could probably see me, but on
You're
the bread. So outside temperature and humidity affects how the bread proofs a lot, more than you would think. A lot more than you would think. All right, let me take this. I might have to get something else just to put it on because I don't have a table.
Oh, yes.
I forgot to
Do you
move
need
it.
a
No, it's
hand?
okay. It's all right.
Okay. He's juggling everything, and I've taken the table space for the other camera, so you guys can see that lovely grill outside. Bright Can News, you're not wrong. Dallas is very much concrete jungle. It's that's the downtown region. It's pretty. I'm not gonna lie. I love the skyline. I find it absolutely gorgeous, but it is a little bit of concrete down there. So when my parents originally moved to this area, they bought, because it was farmland down south where they bought their house, and all of that has filled in too. So the DFW area is absolutely huge. It is spread out immensely. And just for size wise, the airport itself, DFW airport, which is in between everything, is the same size as the city of Manhattan. So that's interesting to me, the size-wise, just to give you an idea of how big everything is. In Texas, I suppose. So where our property is an hour north of where we are now. So from the DFW airport, that's probably an hour and 15 minutes, roughly, from Central DFW. So it's a really big area, but I don't mind it. Something about fresh air and able to stretch is good with me. Okay, that's really cool, Polish Dog. You pick up the Webers at garage sales and rebuild them. That's awesome. Well, it's pretty hard to ruin good metal, so that's a good idea. Even if it's a little rusted, you can always polish things up, so I like that. You have to be resourceful, I will say. Anytime there's junk, I suppose it depends on the eyes of the beholder. Somebody can find something to do with it. And all big city traffic sucks. Yes, Jody. So our lovely friend who was on chat on Friday was in California this past Christmas, and he came back. He actually came in Friday evening and spoke to us, and he was explaining the LA traffic. I can only imagine. Very used to it over here. We know when to avoid traffic. Even Anton, he likes to collect his meat before everybody's awake. He's actually, what time do you run out?
I leave here just before 5. I'm normally there like 5:15. Between 5:15 and 5:30 in the morning.
In the morning, so 0500.
Yes.
Would be the way to put that.
Yes.
Oh, you're making the regular bread too?
Yeah, I made 3 loaves.
Okay, I was wondering.
Yeah.
He is spoiling the children. It's snowing where you are, Polish. Okay, awesome.
All right, I'm gonna
Yes, Jody.
step outside for a second.
Okay.
So I got the patties. I'm going to salt
You
and
need a
pepper
basket?
these. No, I'm good.
You need a basket.
So I'm gonna go hit that quickly, and I've got some
Okay.
sausage on.
You go
I
play
hope my
with your
pans,
meat. I'll entertain.
Yeah, I hope my pans don't blow away.
That's a good point. I guess we'll catch it on camera. So keep an eye on the small camera. Maybe there'll be something entertaining up there. Thank you, Marcus. I was told it's not quite Pippi Longstocking because I would have the braids going out, right? What did you guys say? Who did you tell me I looked like first thing? I can't remember. I'm not so good with the anime. I'm not going to lie. I can't remember who you said. Someone. I'm going to try not to pop out of chat on accident again. Biltong long stockings. That's right, Jody. That's better. That's better. I like that more. All right, Dave, you're also at work at 5 a.m., but an hour commute. Dude, no. That is 2 hours you're having to drive. That's not cool. It is not Princess Leia, Jody. Princess Leia is down here. These are obviously up top, okay? Hopefully. No, I chuckle at you guys. Y'all make me laugh. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. So back to your comment, who was it, Jody? I so agree with you on the cheap Chinese metals. I caught myself on one the other day. I was telling Anton, I don't know why metal is so smooth on the outside until you get to the edges, and then it eats your fingers. I was wearing gloves and wiping something, and of course, it ate my knuckle. Go figure. Sailor Moon, thank you, Bright Can Noon. Bright Can News, sorry. So I will go ahead and take this opportunity to shill a little bit. I don't have any of my meat with me, though, which is an absolute shame. Biltong USA is our sponsor. Don't forget to get your biltong using S.T.F. 10 at checkout. I've had some questions where in the world to put the codes. If you are on the checkout screen, you'll see right above the total is a little button that says, do you have a code? And make sure to click on that, and you can type in whatever code you may have. I highly suggest S.T.F. 10 for our stream here, so you can get 10% off on your biltong. And remember, biltong is high in magnesium, B vitamins, and anything protein is going to help your body. Don't forget to eat a little bit of the fat, though. Your brain needs some energy, too.
Creatine, zinc.
Creatine, zinc, anything else I missed?
Iron.
I need Luke's spiel. Luke does so good talking about the biltong. Neuro, is the peri-peri the only one that you eat? I have to ask. I chuckle. We had peri-peri the last couple of days, and it's funny when you're not prepared for that heat first thing in the morning with your coffee. The coffee's a little hotter after.
Right, that's looking
That caught
good.
me off guard.
4 minutes. All right. Make sure I'm not burning those.
So tell me, Bright Can News, do you make your own peri-peri mayo, or do you buy the name brand ones? I know there is a very popular chain that has now found themselves here in Texas as well for the peri-peri mayo. I want to say they do have a nice one. We used it a couple times. I used to make a killer biltong salad, but I don't use lettuce. Avocado, tomato, cucumbers, biltong, and the mayonnaise on it is very good. That's nice. Just make sure to shake it real good. That works really good. And the biltong, you can do slices, cut up a little bit, or chunks. If you buy a whole slab of biltong, you can cut it up yourself. We even added a slab category on the website. So if you want to try your hand at slicing, just be forewarned that you want to set the meat upright versus flat when you are slicing. When it's upright, you can cut straight down in the meat itself. And as Anton has shown, I was talking about the knife wielding. You want to hold your knife with your 2 fingers, your thumb and your index finger, and then wrap your other 3 fingers underneath. That helps to have better control of the knife. I don't want anybody cutting themselves. And if I see a knife or steak knife and a fork on a piece of biltong, no, don't do that, okay? All right, Nora, I'm glad to hear that. You ate some Angus as well. Okay, Dave, that makes sense. I get it. When you want to have your good home and job, sometimes you have to sacrifice a little. So a commute is not the end of the world. I used to be one of those who would jam out in the vehicle when I rode. I don't get to do that anymore. I'm here with the kids. So if I'm in the back packing the biltong, that is exactly what I'm doing. I've got my music on and enjoying that. Yes. Yes. Yeah, Bright Candies, that was the chain I was speaking of. They are everywhere you can imagine. They originated from South Africa. So I won't mention the name. Anton's particular about names, which I am A-okay with, but that is exactly whom I was thinking. It's not bad. We used to do the medium and or hot, whatever was not moving as fast in the shop. I would nab one every once in a while. Yes, Dave, that's exactly me too. The knife scars. Be careful. Don't cut yourself. Okay, Marcus, what genre of books do you enjoy? Our kids are avid readers. We haven't done the listening for them yet, but they'd probably get a kick out of it. They love their books.
All right, 2 minutes. I'm going to flip those guys over, cover them, and then I'll come turn the bread.
Okay. Anton's hiding from you today. I'm sorry, I don't have anything to do with my hands like he does. I am not as useful. I would prefer, for me, I would be stickering stuff if I had my choice, but that's okay. Ah, understood. Dave, good for you. We never like to hear about that. Some people getting divorced. Life's hard enough. You know, to go through that process, that's not fun. But I can completely appreciate you rebuilding yourself and working on you. One of the best things that I've done in life is figure out me so that I know how I work and I can excel myself to be a better person for my partner, Anton, of course, spouse, and our kids. Of course you did, Finboy. Of course you did. I never gave you the picture like I said I would, but I'm sure you're going to. Yes, I will. Thank you. Uh-oh, what's he doing? I can't see. Slathering. Okay, that is not what I read, but slathering. Good. Yes, he's buttering them up.
Yes, I'm buttering up the patties. Sorry.
You didn't set a timer for me.
I did.
You did?
There, yeah.
Oh,
I've got 10 seconds left. I'm good.
I'm completely ignoring what's going on in the kitchen because I don't know what to do with my hands right now.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Those buns are a little thin, but you know what? They'll do. They'll do what we need them to do.
That's okay. It is cold though. It's not. It's not particularly warm.
Let me just check these buns quick. Just give me a second. They should be close. No,
that
the buns
is
are good.
Right on Bright Can News.
Yes, the buns are good. I'm gonna take the.
Oh, sorry.
All right. Yeah, those are a little small.
That's okay.
They'll work though.
That's okay.
There we go. Just watch the
Succeeding
pan. It's
okay.
very hot.
I will stay out of your
All
way.
right. Give me a second. I think the patties are just about ready to come down.
Okay.
So.
My mouth is watering. The bread smells so good, but I will not touch it. No, we've been doing really good staying away from starches. So that is something that I will continue on. I'm not going to lie. Eating anything but the meat, I can feel it immediately in my body. I had a lot of customers asking me about our biltong diet that we did back in October and November. And I chuckle. As I looked at my cholesterol prior, I was high cholesterol prior to the biltong diet, and I had to chuckle how much it plummeted just eating meat. Go figure, something full of cholesterol, quote unquote. Our young lady is leaving for the day, so if the ding or the chime goes off, that is going to be her, but if it goes off a second time, I'm on.
Lost the middle of one.
Yeah, no, he doesn't use gloves. He doesn't use gloves, Bright Can News. You're right. I can't do that. It's I can feel the steam or the heat from here. No, thank you. I am so a girl on the touching of the hot surfaces. It doesn't work for me. Can you guys see pretty good what Anton's doing out there? So you at least get some kind of entertainment. No Polish dog. Of course you don't, because you obviously manufacture or not manufacture, but fix grills. Of course you don't. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. There we go. I'm going to check the bread.
All right.
The bread's not long enough, right?
No, not long enough. No,
how much
sorry,
longer?
I didn't set a second
How long?
timer. No, it shouldn't. I'm going to check it now. Give me a second. Let me have a look, and then I'll see.
I assumed longer.
Oh yeah. Yeah, this can get another 10 minutes.
That's what I thought.
Like 8 minutes.
Okay, that was my thought.
All right.
That wasn't
so,
long enough.
Let me see. I wanted to toast one of these on the fire, but I'm not going to do that. Woo. Those are nice, man. It's a sin to me when the bread's this fresh to actually toast it. And these burgers will be great because a little bit of bread, lots of meat,
Yes,
the way it should be.
that's how it's supposed to be, exactly.
Yeah. All right, and I have to go keep my eye on that fire because I got the lid off, so it could flame up at any time. Those patties are very close to being ready. All right, there we go. They probably need
3 breads for 3 monkeys.
Yep, there we
They
go.
will enjoy that. And those onions, that's good to know that they look juicy. I'm excited. I do like nice sauteed onions, so grilled onions, even better. He's pretty good with his hands, Polish dog. I think he's good with the knife. I think we're okay. Although I will admit, both of us have cut ourselves with the bread knives. They are deceivingly sharp. So yes, I agree. You've got to be careful when it comes to the knives.
Sorry, I put that
That's
down
okay.
there. I'm going to use that for the egg.
And I feel your range is hot over here. So I think we're going to be good.
It is cooking, man.
Yes.
It is cooking with gas.
We should have set you up outside today.
Yeah, no.
I didn't think of that. He's been so much in and out. Kay's Kitchen? What is Kay's Kitchen? I'm not familiar. Hey, there you go, Marcus. You guys were all talking about the fish last Friday. Everybody does that. Okay. Polish dog wood chip box in your gas grills. Interesting. Now, gas grills, those are highly frowned upon in the South African culture. So I chuckle when I see the gas grills because, of course, that's what I was familiar with before meeting Anton. But that is a no-go for him. We have never owned a gas grill, and I don't think that will ever happen. The closest he will get is the why am I blanking up the name? The grills we have here in shop. So that's like the green eggs. So that would be the closest for him. No gas though. Yes, most do. Most will use either of them. To Anton, his best reference of it is like an outdoor oven, which I have to agree. It's not very different. There's something about the smoke, like you say, you use the wood smokers or wood chip box. That's perfect. You at least get that smoky flavor in the meat itself. And here, of course, in Texas, it's all about the smoked brisket, I think it is. I'm kind of so-so on it. I'm not going to lie. I would rather a juicy steak versus a brisket any day. The Wagyu steaks that we tend to have, those are very good. And Anton's been stealing some meats lately for us. When he finds a good cut, he'll set it aside and save it for us. So I feel very spoiled to have a nice steak.
All right, here we go.
The patties look good.
Yeah. All right, so
You can show them off if you want.
well, so I think you guys can see those. Let me lift it up a little. Is that visible?
It should be.
All right, so that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
So let me grab a
You move your out of your way.
so a little bit. Sorry. So we need some of this.
Do you want a plate
Yes, please.
or a tray?
Yeah, a plate will be good.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to take some mayo and I'm going to put it on the bread so you can see that. That looks really pretty. All right, and then I'm going to take onion, put it at the bottom. All right, always, this is like a pet peeve of mine and I see a lot of people don't do it. You got to put some salt and pepper on the tomato because otherwise it just tastes like
Water.
weird kind of flavored water. All right, so let me see if I grab one here what this looks like. Ooh, that is juicy.
That's very juicy. Very
All right.
juicy.
Oh, there we go. That looks pretty good. Let me see. They're not that hot. So let me
And take it close.
go. Yeah. So can you see that? I think you can see.
Yes,
that.
I think we
So
can
I'm
see
going
it.
to.
And I'm sure they can see
I'm just pressing a little.
all of the moisture
Woo, that is really coming out there real good.
over there.
Yeah, I need a bath. Wow, that
I'll host
I
you
am
off
celebrating. So the kids won't take an egg. They might. Let me just grab a pan, yeah. Oh, this is hot. All right, I'm gonna take some of this that I used over there. I've still got sausage outside, so I've got to go check that. Did that thing melt?
How many do you want? I can pop them in.
Three eggs. One for you, one for me, one for Trim. Oh, well, this guy's basically ready. I got the sausage on the back.
Okay.
But I just want to make sure, we're not burning down the house. All right, there we go. Pass me those guys. 1, 2, 3.
Let's not drop an egg, please.
And then get me, there's some trays over there.
Yeah. Our little
just pop
dude,
them, yeah.
okay. Our little dude is a big fan of the eggs.
Yes,
That guy, he
gets
digs
upset
eggs.
now if he doesn't get an egg.
Yes. Anton taught me once we had our first son the importance of no soy in boys' diets. He learned about that, which we are advocates for it, but also at the same time learned about an egg a day in a kid's diet starting at 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makes the kids higher IQ, bigger, all-round benefits.
Sorry, I'm hiding your stuff.
No problem. Don't stress.
That is correct, Bright Can News. 3 eggs down, 97 to go.
There we go. Right, let me go
Finboy
check.
is mocking your thickness of the patty.
You know what?
The thickness is okay, but it's smaller than the bread.
Yes, that is disappointing. I was hoping it wouldn't shrink too much, but apparently, heat applied, it goes a little smaller.
Wait, it shrinks with the heat
Apparently, it expands with the cold. It's like the inverse.
stiffens.
Stiffens with the cold.
Stiffens with the cold.
I don't know what kind of beef that is, man. That's not the beef I'm used to. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
All right. Okay, tomato and onion go on top. That's I
Right.
can understand. I think it's because the patty, though, it will fall off of the patty. So I get the point of having it at the bottom. It helps for sure. Hey, Switzerland. Good to see you, Ike. Glad to have you in stream. Share your gaming with us, please. Marcus, we only have 4 kids, okay? 4 kids. We have a 10-year-old, 7, 5, and 8-month-old. The 8-month-old, as you guys saw on Friday, is absolutely huge. Hey, BMO Better. Good to see you as well. I'm going to check those breads for Anton. He has taught me something. I do know the temperatures we are looking for. So as he always says, I have to stick the tip of the probe in the bread. And we are not quite there yet. Any of them? No.
All right, I got,
I'm going to give it another minute
the other
and
sausages
check it.
cooking. Did you pop the probe in there?
I did.
What is it at?
170 at the front, 190 in the back.
All right, so it needs like another 2 minutes or so.
I put 1 in case you wanted to turn it. I didn't want to mess it up too much.
All right, no problem. I think we can.
And by the way, Ike is on. He has rated your stream. We've
Hey,
got the
Ike.
GMO Better. Oh, hi, Mark. 1776. And dear Sarge. Hey, Sarge. Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome, guys.
Glad to have you guys in. By the way, Harry Toe does not like your setup here with the tomato and onion on the bottom. He wants it on top.
No, it goes on the bottom, man. On top, you get patty and sauce and bread. Oh, these things look really good.
They look very good.
I agree. All right, my daughter eats her egg dead, which is a pain for me, but
Sacrilege.
big time sacrilege.
Are you feeding me hot mayo?
Hot mayo for the wife.
All right, that's only the 1 minute. Do you want me to just leave it?
Yeah, leave it for so.
Do you want me to turn it, actually?
No.
No? Okay.
Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. And this one's got to flip over because my daughter has no
She has
Etiquette.
this thing about
Dead eggs.
you
Right.
cannot bring it back to life. It is
Yes.
gone forever.
All right, let me see quickly.
Both of your kids are 33, so I'm assuming twins. Goodness, that's a bit much. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad we did not hit the twins.
All right, that's good.
I was nervous. Both of us have that in our family, so it's very nice
Yeah.
to not have anymore.
Right, 2 minutes. This will be ready. That guy's almost done.
I missed the brew that do. Wow, that's a hard name. And Mrs. Sarge, hey.
Hey, Mr. Sarge. So the only thing that's short here, I'm gonna eat the onion.
You're not offering anything again. What is this nonsense?
Onion for you.
Thank you.
So I wanted to show you guys. The only thing that's missing here is some French fries. All right.
Yes.
So this is our sausage. This is the thin one, but you can see the kind of juice running out there.
So that's
it's
lamb casing.
Lamb casing, thin sausage. You don't want to overcook that guy, and it's traditionally less fatty compared to American sausage. This is probably a 30, 70.
Sausage, yes, it's very good.
There we go.
Polish dog says it looks great, Anton.
All right.
That's correct, Jody. Big hand, small meat. This is the thin lamb.
This is the thin lamb. Yeah, I'm gonna go get the other one from outside. All right, I can switch that off.
Mm-hmm.
That's done. You'll give the smoke guys some options. Do I put this on top or on the side?
Leave it on the side for her. What do they call the kids that are born less than a year apart? Twins.
Irish twins. Yeah.
So you have Irish twins, Marcus. We learned about that with our son. I chuckled because, of course, going to midwife's group, you hear all of the stories and all of the terms. I was not up on them, but now apparently I am. Or was, I guess, a few months ago. Maybe not so much anymore. So that's interesting, Neuro. Is his ray causing it? Do you still hear it? And Astro Sweat, thank you. Glad to have you in. There we go. These guys should be done now. Yes. And yes. Okay. Question is, where does he want this?
All right, the sausage outside's just about done. All right, yeah, I'll get that. So we can.
I was wondering where you want it over here.
Just
Okay.
pop it down there.
Steel tables are very helpful when you have hot appliances.
All right.
I chuckle. When we used to be a restaurant, this kitchen was set up so differently. So pulling anything out of the oven just messes with my head.
Yes,
it doesn't
right?
feel right.
So let me do this.
Gracie Me, hey, welcome in. Glad
Oh,
to have
Gracie
you.
May. Yeah.
Thanks, Harry Toe. I saw that too. We jumped up a little bit. I have to thank Ike for that one.
Yeah,
Jumping
thanks, Ike.
in, that's very helpful. Brings in a few different people who may not have been otherwise.
All right, so get the bread buttered. for the
Oh,
other
that's
kids.
too funny, Neuro. Okay, you had both of us on. You've probably functioned like Anton, many voices in your head.
Yeah, sometimes I run like 2 or 3 streams at the same time, and he calls like, "Can you please switch something off because I can't hear?" And I'm like, "I don't even know what you're talking about. I hear everything, like everything everyone says."
The worst part for me is when it's the same stream. He'll have it on his phone listening or on his earbuds, and then he'll pop it on his computer too so he can chat better because, of course, you cannot respond properly to people on the phones. It doesn't let you use the ads. So when it's the same stream, that echo gets me. That looks really good.
That's nice.
Wow.
That is nice. That is a nice patty.
Mm-hmm.
I would advise 20 grams. 20 grams on that. It'll be perfect.
That is phenomenal.
That is a good patty. So bri rub, 20 grams. Like I said, I've never made it.
Whew, I'm going to get out of your way.
Oh, it's okay.
So Rimdog asks how your sausage compares to the German influence in Central Texas?
So I don't know how it compares to the German influence in Central Texas, but we
Stack up against, I guess.
stack up. Well, it's a different sausage. I mean, ours are they're not as finely ground. They are more coarse grind. And man, sorry, I just want to say that patty is really good. Wow.
This one?
So our sausage is generally a little bit more coarse. It's not as fine.
I should have a fork with this.
Yes.
I'm being very inappropriate right now, using my fingers.
Oh, that is nice. I'll have some. Oh. And different flavors. We like to use cloves and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much the Germans use of those.
Coriander?
Coriander. But this is very nice.
That's
Wow.
nice.
Yeah, I think 20 grams and
You
then just
don't need any starch. No starch necessary.
Mm-mm.
Uh-huh.
Wow. When when you pull in and we make this, you can give the people your opinion. That is very, very good. Let me go get the last sausage
All
off
right.
the fire.
One thing I will say, sorry, Rum Dog, we always compare the texture of the sausage closer to bratwurst or Polish. It's got that coarseness to it because it is a coarser grind sausage. So it's very different from a lot of the either chorizo or traditional sausages you'll find American-wise. But I guess it's not too bad or very different from the German sausage, I think, texture-wise. Taste-wise, yes, very different. I don't think it would go good with any of the I'm blanking. What's that pickled stuff they put on the dogs, like the Polish dogs and everything?
Oh, what the Jardinier?
No, I'm blanking of the name, and I'll remember it. But I was saying your sausage, it reminds me of the German sausage texture. It's the coarseness of
Yes.
it is very nice.
All right. Sorry, I forgot the cheese, man. I wanted to
No
put a slice of
cheese.
cheese, but that's okay. That's okay. Man, this is
I
good.
don't worry. I can arrange cheese when everybody's gone.
Yeah. I've got that big block. We can put some cheese.
Yes, we will have to put some cheese on.
So yeah, I've got one more sausage on the fire.
Sauerkraut. Thank you, Finboy. Man,
Sauerkraut.
my
I wouldn't have thought
brain
that.
was
I'm
not
sorry.
working.
Yeah, we don't do the sauerkraut thing.
No.
I mean, it's like some people eat it, but it's not a traditional South African like staple. I wouldn't
It's
say.
on the Polish dogs.
Yes.
That's what it goes with that.
Where's the knife? I'm gonna try this with some of that mayo.
Do you want me to get you the cheese?
Sure.
Should we show them how obnoxious that thing is?
Yeah. Get the cheese. I'm gonna try some of this one.
It's a small block of cheese. Can't you see? You're
No,
going to want to wipe that
No,
out.
I'm gonna wipe it. Yeah.
Okay.
I will. Hold on. I still got one piece of sausage on the fire.
So our older son loves to ask for a full square slice of cheese. This thing's huge.
I should have known, man. I should have put the cheese on the fire so it could just melt.
I know,
a little.
it's okay. It's okay. I like my cheese.
Funny enough, this bread knife cuts the cheese the best out of everything. All right, there we go. Dinner.
Dinner is served. That is very nice. Is it just a little bit of cheese?
Yes, just a smidgen of cheese. Let me put this one here. Now I'll put it on top. That one's mine. Thicker.
Oh, is this yours?
Yes. I'm gonna put that guy over there.
She'll like that.
Yeah. How about that? And then for the small monkeys.
Even
All
our
right.
youngest monkey likes to eat cheese.
Yeah.
He's a fan.
But they're gonna want cheese sticks.
Yes.
And I'll do a half patty for each of them
Yes.
because they're gonna moan.
Can you slice it long ways?
What do you mean? Like
Yeah.
middle? All right.
There you go.
That came out very nice.
That's
wow.
beautiful.
All right. There we go. All right. Dinner is served. We can put the cheese back in the fridge.
Okay.
All right. So yeah. So Ike, when you're around, we'll actually make this. This is gonna be very good. So just to recap. That's so I made homemade bread. The bread's on my website. I think my yeast might be a little iffy, so I might have to get some new yeast. That might be why it takes a little long because even the bread loaves, so. So maybe my yeast is busy slowly kicking the bucket. But I made the homemade bread, which is on our website. You can look at antonsusa.com recipe blog right at the bottom. Videos, everything's there to make the bread. And then all I did was I took a half kilo of, well, actually I took a kilogram of meat that made 6 patties. We did like 165-ish grams per patty. It's about 5.5, 6 ounces. I used this, our bry rub, which is very nice. So I would recommend 4 teaspoons, 20 grams of that per half kilo. So 40 grams per kilo. And then I put the patties on the grill. I did put a little bit of olive oil, threw them on the grill, and then I basted them with butter and salt and pepper on the outside. And that's it. Cook them to the temperature you like. I hit mine at about 135. And yeah, I should have maybe hit 130. But the in and out, you know. So yeah, I still got 1 sausage on the fire. Got to go pull off. And I think that's basically
That's
that.
that.
Yeah.
Well, I do have to say, Mrs. Sarge has a very interesting question. She
Yes.
asked if I have a sister for Ike to meet.
No. No.
But do I have a lot of single ladies that come in here? Yes.
We've got lots of ladies that come in
Lots
here.
of
So
ladies.
there might be an opportunity for
Never know. All right, you enjoy your cheap tacos tonight, Slidey Pie with hamburger meat. That's okay. You're making it from home. I've got to give you credit on that one for sure. And just so you know, Anton, Jody says that your yeast is infected.
Yes, I think so. No, I think it's just old. I haven't changed it for some time, so I've got to get a new one.
Believe it or not, it doesn't last forever. But all right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with us today. Don't forget our sponsor, BiltongUSA.com with S.T.F. 10. And see you on Friday.
No. Hit the like button.
I don't do it as much.
And
Yes.
share. All right. So we'll see you next week, Friday. Hopefully we make something different. Maybe I get my buns right. Get them baking properly. All right. See you next time. All right. Enjoy.